Baby, Marlo said she dropped them damn boys off by her sister and she ain't ashamed. Cue the music. Oh yes, bitches and hoes. I'm back.
I drop a player like it's nothing, it ain't working out. Now no debate or fuck discussion, bitch, I'm walking out. My time is money, I ain't loving, let you toss it out. Flip my weave and walk it out, look how I just bossed it out. Now come on baby, why you bugging, we can't talk it out. I keeps it moving, I ain't tripping, lost another spouse. I'm just a boss, it's in my blood, no I won't scream or shout. Grabbing my keys.
Cause oh yes, bitches and hoes, I'm back. Back with another video. We here to discuss Real Housewives of Atlanta season 10 episode 14. Yeah, that's where we at. 10-14. Girl, look, first of all, P Valley didn't come on. And I had to Google it and they said they took a spontaneous hiatus. What the hell does that mean? Y'all didn't tell them people y'all weren't gonna play their show. See, stars be playing. I feel like 50 was basically mad about the same thing. 50 was like they did that to his show. All them breaks, them hiatuses Power be getting, they don't be on him. Listen, we got to get us another platform because they just doing us dirty. But let's get into the Real Housewives of Atlanta, girl. So the episode opens up, Kenya in Brooklyn meets Kandi and Blaze at the Bounty House. Now listen, I love this for them. You know, they've been friends for a long time. Kandi's all with the old, me and her been friends, so I love the fact that our kids are playing together. Brooklyn can be like a big sister to Blaze, and she wants them to be close. They never thought they'd be there. I think it's cute. I think it's super cute. I think the play dates are super, super dope, and it gives them a time to, like, get to know each other, and then it'll give the kids a time to, like, build friendships. You know, we see that all the time in Hollywood and in all these celebrity stuff. You know what I'm saying? So they sit down, girl, and Kenya tells her that the business ain't doing too good. Kenya more hair care is about to be Kenya less hair care because she can't get no product. All her shipment comes from overseas, and she says, you know, it's hard getting her stuff from over there, and she can't even fill up the stores in Sally's. And so she was talking to Kandi about it, and then she said, but it's crazy because I got a new offer to be in Walmart, I believe it was. Was it Walmart? Yeah, it was Walmart and CVS. She said, but I can't supply them. And like Kandi said, how you gonna supply Walmart and CVS if you can't supply doggone Sally's? Exactly. So, you know, Kenya's very happy that she's talking to Kandi because Kandi gets it as a businesswoman. She was like, you're the first one to even ask me that question. Listen, if Kandi don't know nothing else, she know her business. That's the person you should have been reached out to when you was having issues. I'm talking about from the very beginning because I'm pretty sure Kandi got some doggone, you know, relationship. She can call somebody or something because we all know Kandi gonna get to the bag. But Kandi is like, she understands that what Kenya's going through, and she wants her to, you know, get the help and get her team together, girl, because we need the Kenya more hair care in all stores. I ain't gonna buy it, but go ahead on, you know. So then Kandi goes on to say, listen, don't let Marlo deter you from having a good time on this trip this weekend. It's going to be great, girl. Just pack your bags fat. We going to have a good time. And Kenya was like, girl, look, you just can't trust Marlo. Marlo is just really not a good person when it comes to us, or at least to her. She was just like, I'm not even dealing with it. So now Kandi goes on to tell Kenya that she threw the boys out and basically said, and basically Kandi feels like she couldn't dream of putting Melvin out. Because remember, she raised Melvin, her little nephew. But see, I gotta be fair. It's different for you, Kandi. Kandi, you wasn't hardly home with them kids because you was on the road. Tell the guy on the street. Now, I'm not saying for the whole time you wasn't home, but Kandi, you are an extremely busy person. So I just don't feel like it would be the same for you as it would be for Marlo. Because at the end of the day, Marlo is home with them boys. Marlo don't go to she don't work nowhere. She don't work nowhere. So she at home with them kids. Kandi, you don't be home. I'm sorry. I mean, you be home, but you don't be home like that. You see what I'm saying? But, you know, she just couldn't believe that she would do that. She feels like if she took on that responsibility, she should have held it. I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. My only thing is, y'all can't expect someone who's never had kids to have that doggone motherly instinct. It's not in every woman. You get it? Remember, she's a Monty. Let's move on. We move to the next scene. Sheree is over there discussing She by Sheree, and she's telling these people, look, we got to make sure we put some drawstrings in our joggers because the girls got BBLs. That's the new body. And they ass be this big, but their waist be this little. So we got to make sure we get the doggone strings in there. And then Sanya's over there telling her sister about the trip And then she mentions that her and Ross got this deal with iFit, and they're gonna fly them out and talk to them about that. So that's what she's gonna do. Marlo's over there preparing for her trip. Kandi in there playing with Ace and packing for the trip. And they start talking about all the stuff she need, and she was like, "Why I need to bring a swimsuit? Like, I thought we going to the cabin." And it was like, "Girl, hot tub action. We already know that." So then she said she need to call Marlo and tell Marlo Kenya ain't coming. So she calls Marlo, and Marlo was like, "Girl, the trip will be just fine. I feel like we will be just okay and fine if Kenya don't come." I mean, AKA one monkey don't stop no show, girl. Now listen, we all know she gonna get there and that crazy, but Marlo at this point don't give a damn. And I don't understand what else you thought she was gonna say. I'm sorry. We move to the next scene. Marlo is in the boys' room and it's all messed up. I'm talking about clothes all over the place. And her sister comes over. This is the sister who has the boys. She's 30 years old. So she comes over. Marlo shows the girl the room and was like, "Did they leave this like this?" And she's like, "Nah, they had it all tucked away in the attic or whatever." She was like, "But it's just been too much. Stuff all over the place." Cool. So now they sit down. Marlo was basically talking about how hard it is with these kids, you know what I mean? But the sister was like, "See, your problem is you're not strict on them. You strict on them when they come to school, but when they come to discipline, you really not that strict. Like you'll tell them to do something and just trust that they've done it. No, trust but verify. You need to go down there and check behind them to see if they did this, that, and the third. You can't be lazy in that department, and that's probably one of the things that's going on with y'all." So Marlo basically brings up the fact that, you know, this ain't her first rodeo being a guardian. She was a guardian of her sister. Her sister's only 30. And she was like, you know, basically when they lived together back in the Gap, and she went and picked up her sister, because her sister was in foster care. And she did everything she could to get her sister. Her sister, you know, as a teenager, felt like the grass was green on the other side. Went stayed with the mama, found out it ain't that good, had to come on back. And like Marlo said, she was like, "Listen, you even had to go and see that the grass ain't always greener." Maybe that's the approach that she's taking with the boys. The sister basically says, "Yeah, you're right. It was different, you know, rules under different people's house." You know, my mom used to say that all the time. You're going to follow the rules everywhere you go. Until you get your own, you're going to be following somebody's rule everywhere you go. So you can follow them here or you can follow them there, but you're going to follow them. I agree with that. But the sister basically says William had on wrinkled pants, and she stopped him on the way out from school and was like, "Boy, Marlo will kill you." Marlo was like, "Because yes, I make them come and show me what they looking like and make sure they take their vitamins before they walk out the door." See, that's a very popular parenting style in the Black community. We have parents that'll care more about what the child looks like than making sure everything else is taken care of. You know what I mean? So it's just one of those things that people care about. So basically, she's going to wire her sister some money because she said, "Girl, I just need a break for 30 days. And, you know, honestly, I'm not ashamed of it." But she asked her sister, she was like, "You think I'm wrong? Like, do you think what I'm doing is wrong?" And basically the sister says, the sister feels like she knows that sometimes people need breaks. She understands that part. She was like, "But, you know, you got to be cognizant of how you speak to the kids. You know, kicking them out and telling them this, that, and the third. Like, kids shouldn't hear certain things." Marlo's whole thing is she gets her mouth from her mama. And that's the part of her mother that she has, and she hates that. Listen, when I tell you that is me, my mouth, my mama could say some ruthless things, and so have I. I hate that about me. And I be trying to stop myself. I've gotten much better now. Much, much better. But at a time, ooh, especially if I'm hurt, oh my God. I understand. I definitely identify with that. We move to the next scene. It's the day of the trip. Sheree gets out the car and we find out she done broke her damn toe trying to try on some rain boots, and her pinky toe went the other way and she shoved her foot down there, and I was just like, I cringed because first of all, I got a visual, and then secondly, how hard was it to get your damn foot in that goddamn boot? I'm confused. But anyway, she over there in the boot. Kandi, Marietta, and Drew are together. And Drew was like, "I just love Marietta. You know, Marietta, I know that's Kandi friend, but I just love her energy." Listen, I love Marietta too. I hope she get a piece. Let her be a regular friend of the show if y'all ain't gonna get her a piece. But I want Marietta up here. We need to get her teas. Marietta, the girls need your teas. But anyway, Marlo had OLG deliver some food to them so they can get something to eat before they hit the road. And then this nice Rolls Royce pulls up. Because you know Marlo gotta go all out. So they going on this road trip in a Rolls Royce. But the gag was when they got in the doggone car to get something to eat or to eat their little wings, the lady said, "Oh no, you can eat anywhere but in here." you ain't eating in here. And like Kandi said, girl, I don't give a damn about this call. I'm trying to eat. Why would she send me this food if I can't eat it in the car? So they get up and get in the doggone house and go eat. On the flip side, Sheree and Marlo is riding in the Aston Martin 2022. Ooh, girl, money. I know they rented, but damn, you know what I'm saying? Marlo, who be giving you this money? I'm like Kandi now. How you be? Let me mind my business, but I do want to know. But anyway, they get in the car. But you know, it's funny because Marlo and them was able to eat in her car. Why couldn't Kandi and them eat in their car? Make it make sense? I don't know. But anyway, so all the girls are on the way in separate cars. And Kandi calls Marlo and asks her who all was with her. And Marlo was like, oh, it's me, Sheree, and Kenya. And Kandi was like, for real? Let me see. Girl, we know Kenya would not be in that car with no damn Marlo. But anyway, Kandi wanted to know or ask Marlo, why the hell would you doggone put us in the car that we can't eat in? That don't make no sense. We had to get out the car and eat, then come back. And you know, Marlo was like, I'm sorry, I should have told y'all that. But then Marlo asked basically how did her and Kenya get to where they are. She don't understand why there's such a big beef. Marlo, are you crazy? It's the bipolar. That's what it is. It's got to be the bipolar, because there's no way you don't know how you and Kenya got to this space. Kenya was actually trying to be a friend to you. She really was. She was giving you another chance, and every time you got your mom out, you had that low blow. So I'm confused as to why you asking how y'all got there. You know how y'all got there. Like Kandi said, well, I talked to her, and she said every time she tried to be cool with you, you just become a habitual line stepper. That's what the problem is. So the girls is not here for it. Marlo, stop asking crazy questions, because we don't believe that you really asked these. You know what? No, I do. I believe that you really don't know why you and Kenya is not friends, because you're crazy. Let's move on. Kandi gets off the phone with her and tell the girls that Marlo kicked the boys out or whatever. And you know, surprisingly, not even surprisingly, Monyetta and Drew understood. They both had family members that took in other kids, and they understand how big of a headache it is. And listen, see, this is what happens a lot of times in postpartum. A lot of women do need breaks, and they can't get those breaks. And when they can't get those breaks, they take it out on the kids. If Marlo has a system where she's going to bring these kids over there by her sister, because I'm pretty sure the place isn't the same, do I think it's good? Absolutely not. But if Marlo has a way to release and get away for a little bit, I don't think it's wrong, because at the end of the day, this was a single woman who did whatever she wanted to do. How is it that now, you know what I mean, she don't get to make mistakes in this parenting thing, or she don't get to say, I need a break? It makes sense for her. Now, I know mothers can't do that, but ultimately, if we could, we would. It would. I ain't gonna say it'll be 30 days, but if we could take breaks from our kids, we would. I don't understand why this concept is just so weird. You know, I get the whole story behind it and why people feel away, because I do feel away about that too. I feel like the way Marlo did it was dirty. However, I understand she needs a break. I understand. Anyway, we move to the next scene. They pull up to the cabin, girl. The cabin is nice. Marlo is loving it, girl. They got a staff there. Marlo tells the girls, look, if y'all want to have a seafood ball at 6 in the morning, just let the staff know you can do whatever it is you want to do. Go ahead on, Marlo. That's what I'm talking about. They go downstairs to the basement, and it's so reminiscent of Chateau Sheree's basement, girl. It was nice. So the other girls arrive. They go down there, and they go to picking rooms, girl. Marlo wants to play this game for picking rooms with these quotes on the bottom of the candle, girl. So basically how it is, whoever gets it right gets to pick the room first, and then the next one, and then the next one, and the next one, so on and so forth. So the first candle said devotion and delusional. So Drew and Monyetta was like, girl, that's got to be Tanya. Kandi was like, listen, I don't agree with it, but I'm going to say it's Kenya. She was right, girl. Marlo said, go ahead on and pick your room. Girl, I said, y'all is crazy. Kandi said, I don't agree, but I need to give me a good room. It is what it is. The next one said good vibes and fresh gossip. Everybody thought it was Sheree, but it turns out Monyetta said it was Kandi, because Kandi has been being messy, and she has. Because see, they thought it was Sheree because she was the bone collector, but this last season, and maybe the last 2 seasons, Kandi have been being a little bone collecting. Ain't nothing wrong with it. It makes for good TV. The next one is high hopes and low expectation. So Sheree said, that's me. That's so bad when you got the tea on your own self, girl. Sheree said, girl, give me the candle so I can go pick my room. She went on and picked her room, girl. I said, that is so bad. The next one is color coordinated workout gear. Girl, Drew was like, oh, it's me. Girl, Marlo getting that confession and say, I needed 2 delusional candles. Because, girl, this was not you. You ain't never color coordinated a damn thing in your life. Girl, Drew, have several. It's Sanya. Monietta gets to go pick her room. Okay? And then the last one was repeat resolutions and wishful thinking. And they all say it's Drew. So, Drew, you go pick your room. Now, it's dinner in 15 minutes. She tell him take a whole bath, wash your cooch, do whatever it is you got to do, because we got to go. So the girls is in there trying to get themselves together. Girl, Marlo said, girl, screw it. Y'all come as y'all. Let's go down there to the dinner place. So the girls all pile into the doggone thing. And Marlo basically, I think she got a call or a text or something saying that one of the boys, Michael, saw them, you know, when he rolled by with his Uber. Because apparently he goes from his school to Williams' school every day. So apparently they saw him, and the girls were like, well, girl, what happened with that? And she was just like, listen, I needed a break, and I'm not ashamed. You can't be mad at somebody for their truth. I mean, it sucks for the boys. I ain't even going to hold you. I wish she didn't do it, but if she needed to do it and she's able to do it, she's going to give her sister a heavy pity. We know that. That's why when she said, I'm going to send you some money, I knew it from last week. She's not sending them boys down there without no money. Granted, it is wrong because that girl got 4 other kids. That's a lot, Marlo. That's very selfish. However, she's compensating her. And if she say, yeah, I don't understand what's the big deal in regards to Marlo. But the boys, I understand that part. So she said it's hard, you know. Kandi asked her how long, and she said it's only going to be for 30 days. And girl, look, the girls can't really understand it. Sheree basically said, listen, that girl got them kids out of nowhere. It was just like dropped in her doggone lap. It's hard. We get it. Some of us get it at least. So they arrive to the doggone restaurant. They sit down and and Marlo was like, she wanted to come to this space because it's very local. She liked the local vibe about it. And then she asked the girl, she said, y'all think those women over there are locals, or do y'all think they are here visiting? And so half the girls say locals, half of the girls say visitors. So Marlo asked the ladies, and it turns out they locals. So they take shots. It's all good. It's all love and everything, roses and all that shit. Well, then Marlo tells Kandi she wants to see her drunk because she ain't never seen her drunk. Kandi said, you ain't gonna never see me drunk. I've tasted alcohol. I don't really care for it. She was like, but ain't gonna be no multiple candies. You only get one. Go ahead on, Kandi. She ain't trying to be with all that. But so then Drew takes this time to talk about the Sanya drama again. And you know what? Y'all drama ain't even real. Honestly, I'm tired of hearing about it. To be completely honest, I'm really tired of hearing about it. But either way, Drew decides to bring up the fact that Sanya went and asked Ralph for advice, which is what I don't really understand. But she brings up the fact that she went and asked her husband for advice, and she was trying to make a comment being shady, talking about we not as busy or we act like we busy. Girl, nobody cares. Nobody cares. While this is happening, Kenya is texting Kandi talking about she outside. Now listen, Kandi said she already knew Kenya was coming because they got the same makeup artist and hair. When she saw them on the way, she knew they was coming for Kenya because they wasn't there for her, basically. So now Kenya is texting her, asking her, girl, are they talking about me? Kandi was like, oh, no. Girl, no. Ain't nobody talking about you, girl. Actually, they've been going off without a hitch, like Marlo said. But then, Kandi was like, not Kandi, Kenya says, come downstairs and get me. So Kandi gets up and go get him. Kenya gets in her confessional and says she came because she didn't want to let all the other girls down, not Marlo. So when Kenya walks up with Kandi, Marlo immediately makes this face. Girl, Marlo was not here for it. And then she get in her confessional and was like, Kandi knew that she was coming up here. She just didn't want to say nothing. Listen, y'all got this big ass house. What's the big deal? But Marlo wasn't here for it. But now I ain't gonna lie, Kenya, this is where I'm gonna have to say I'm against you. So when Kenya sits down, girl, Kenya was like, yeah, I came, you know, I wanted to be with the girls. She was like, but I got a house. And they like, you got a house? And Kandi was like, girl, we got this huge mansion. Like, why would you get a house? She said, oh, because Brooklyn might be coming, but I don't know for sure yet. She was supposed to come today, but she ain't really come. So I don't know, she might come. And because of that, I got a house. The girls was just like, what? The girl went on a whole Where's Brooklyn tour. Because everybody wants to know, what the hell are you talking about? How you don't know where your child is? We all know you know where Brooklyn is at all times. Girl, but Kandi goes, listen, there's more than enough room for Brooklyn at the house. Why don't y'all come down to the house? Kenya's whole thing is, yeah, I don't know about all that. Like, I'm not really trying to do all that. Kandi was like, well, at least since Brooklyn's not coming tonight, stay at the house tonight. Kenya is still giving the whole, I'm not sure, I don't know. Kenya, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Why would you come out there if you don't want to be with the girls like that? Like, for real. Like, make it make sense. Why would you come all the way out there if you did not want to be around them girls? You wasted your time and your money on this doggone house you just rented, all because of what? You could have sat this one out, but see, you wasn't gonna do that. Cause see, that's your checks. You gotta be in these scenes, girl. So you wasn't gonna do that. But I mean, I think it's very petty and childish that you came all the way out there and refused to stay in the house. I'm not even gonna lie. I disagree with you on that, Kenya. That's super, super petty. I understand why you feel the way you feel about Marlo. I don't have no issue with that. But I feel like you sitting up there and literally not staying in the house and going as far as to rent another house and all that stuff and driving your own car, girl, that's a lot. I'm sorry, that's a lot, and I don't know how I feel about that. So the girls are hollering they gonna have good vibes, and then Kandi hollers to Drew, yeah, it's gonna be good vibes until Sanya get here. And then she said we need to not call it drop it with Drew, drama with Drew. Listen, if that ain't accurate, I don't know what is, because that's all Drew got is drama. Ain't dropped nothing, but had a bunch of drama. Drew basically goes, I don't have a problem with her. It's not that, girl. We don't care. We don't want to hear it. Marlo said maybe you need to listen better. Well, Marlo, I'm gonna need you to take your own advice as well. So now Sanya arrives. She's coming from her iFit thing, and she tells the girls, look, I'm sorry I'm late. Me and Ross, we went up there to this iFit thing. The people is rolling out the red carpet for us. Even to the fact that they're gonna invite all the girls to Jamaica for free. Girl, look, I was like, when can I get my ticket? Because I want to go too. Now, she gets in her confessional saying and was like, I hope I'm not stepping on the toes of Marlo. Girl, Marlo ain't worried about that. A free trip to Jamaica, girl, please. Sign me up. I'm going to be down there. What is you saying? But, the girls are super excited about the Jamaica trip, and she says it's a couple's trip so you can bring your significant others and whatnot. Now, two of the girls don't have that. That's Marlo and Kenya. I wonder if they're going to share a room. That's all I'm asking. Anyway, so Marlo looks over to the other side and said, Kenya, I am super happy that you're here. I wanted you to be here. Are you staying in the house with us tonight? Kenya responds and was like, I don't know. She said, what Marlo says, if you're not staying at the house, then you can't come with us on none of our adventures. You need to just, stay where you at. And then she goes on to say, I'd love for you in Brooklyn to come to the house. There's plenty of room. There's no reason for you to have to stay in another house. Kenya responds and says, I'll enjoy the events. And Marlo says, not with us. Like I said, you either going to stay with us or you're not going to be here at all. I agree. I ain't even gonna hold you. I wouldn't want you on my trip if you felt like you needed to do all that. You either with us or you ain't. I agree with Marlo on that. So now Kenya asked if all the other girls agree, and they were kind of like, well, we do want you to stay in the house. AKA, yes, they agree that you need to stay at the house because it makes no sense. So now Kenya and Marlo has a heart-to-heart conversation, girl. So basically, they tell each other they're not gonna interrupt because, Kenya said, you always got a rebuttal, Marlo. Let me get mine off, and then I'm going to let you get yours off. So, boom. Kenya starts off by saying, you say you love everybody, but you don't know how to love. You are very toxic. You have a very toxic way of loving. I don't like that, and I don't want that around me. And then she goes on about how she's done a lot of unforgivable things in the past and said a lot of unforgivable things, and she's let that ride, such as bring up the situation with her lying saying she was pregnant and the stuff with Mark. She was just like, but at this point, she's over it. She's done. She's completely done. Now, on the other side, it's time for Marlo to speak, and Marlo said, you're right, I don't know how to love. Thank you for acknowledging that. She says, but we both fucked up. We both fucked up. To be completely honest, this is the part that I think went over a lot of people's heads. They both come from bad backgrounds when it comes to family. Kenya has issues with her mother. Marlo has issues with hers. You understand what I'm saying? Kenya has issues with her family. Marlo has issues with hers. They are very identical, and I think that's probably why they beef. Now, is a lot of it induced by doggone Marlo? Absolutely. Because Marlo, that's just how she rolls. And I ain't saying this right, but that's just who she is. But ultimately, y'all are the same. Marlo then goes on to say that you are a very intelligent woman. You know, well traveled. You have all these good things about you. I'm supposed to follow you, sis. I look up to you. Like, I'm supposed to be following you, but yet that's just not what the climate of our relationship is. Marlo says we both got insecurities. She said you don't know shit about what's going on with the boys. She said ultimately I look up to you, and that's just not what's going on. That's not what's happening. But then she goes on to say, listen, I want you in Brooklyn to stay at the house, but if you're not gonna stay at the house, then you will not be enjoying the festivities with me. AKA, if you don't stay at the house, you ain't gonna get paid for filming because you ain't really here. So choose your battles, Fat. Choose your battles. So now that leaves everybody to like, oh man, it's supposed to be a good trip. We was having fun on a good note. Now the whole shit is awkward. And it is. Kenya, I ain't gonna lie, just stay at the house. Just stay at the house, girl. That's just my opinion. I get how you feel about Marlo, but if you really felt that bad about Marlo, why deal with her at all? I'm confused by that part. I ain't even gonna hold you. If you really don't fuck with Marlo, if you really don't deal with her, why even come? Like, why come? I want you to come because I feel like you're a damn good time. I love Kenya, but why come on this if you not trying to really be with the girls? That's all I'm saying. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Drop down in the comments and let me know. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. You know, the regular, schmegular, and I will see you hoes later. Bye.